Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of my 1GP to Twisted Bow flipping series. In this series I'm attempting to earn a twisted bow from scratch, or at least 1GP, in under 1 year. Now if I haven't completed this challenge in time, I'm actually going to be giving away all of the money that I earn during the series, as well as finding the spiciest pepper and eating it for your enjoyment on live stream. Now I have been gone for the last couple of weeks, so this progress is going to be a bit more spread out, but I always try my hardest to check in on my phone when I can, and we actually ended up making pretty decent progress over the last couple of weeks. Now at the completion of this episode, we will have been flipping for 3 months in total, so we are exactly 1/4 of the way through this challenge. Now at the end of month 3, I was hoping to have at least 150 mil, and now we're going to be past that by a fairly significant margin. It would have been more, but again, I was gone. Now for the end of month 4, I want to be at 250 mil, and it's going to start scaling up from here. Every month from now on, I should be getting at least 100 mil, and then soon 125 mil, 150 mil, etc. Currently, the twisted bow is hovering around 1 bill still. I'm not worried though, there's no point worrying about that. Thank you guys once again for all of the support on the episode. Can we get 2,000 likes on this episode? It will be episode number 9 now. I really do appreciate everyone sticking around. So without further ado, let's get started. I hope you enjoy. So we finished the last episode at around 160 mil plus another 9 mil or something like that, so close to 170 mil, not too bad. The current date is July 30th, so we have another 2 weeks to go until we have hit the 3-month mark. We're going to start out today's episode with a torture ornament flip. Really consistent, I almost always get 100k in profit per item, so we're going to go ahead and do a few of these. Next up, we're going to try the Zamarakian Spear. It has a margin of 200k, which is quite good. We're just going to do 2 though. The Brimstone Ring surprisingly has a 300k margin right now, which is quite good for the price. I've had success in the past flipping this item as well, so we're going to go ahead and do a few of them. Now in the last episode, we had some really good luck on the new items from the Song of the Elves, so we're going to go ahead and do a few of them still. It's a little risky as the item's price is constantly crashing. But the margin has stayed pretty good. On the enhanced crystal teleport seed, we're looking to get around 150k to 200k per seed, which we're going to go ahead and do 20 of them right now. And the last item we're going to do is the crystal armor seed for around 2 mil each, and we're going to go ahead and do 6 of them, and that's going to be it for now. Let's get started with the flipping. Alright, that is looking pretty nice. We made a bunch of money on quite a few of the new items. First up here, the Zalcano shards. We got like 300k in profit off of each one, and we did 10 of them, which means we got 3.3 mil in profit off of these Zalcano shards. So good. We also got nearly 3 mil in profit off of the teleport crystals, because once again we got like almost 300k per crystal, and we did 11 of them. We also ended up getting around 500k in profit on the torture ornament kits, as well as 400k in profit on the Brimstone rings. We did lose a little bit of money on the crystal armor seeds, but it's pretty inconsequential compared to the rest of it. In total, from the set of flips, we ended up getting around 7 mil in profit, which is one of the best we've ever done, bringing us up to 171 mil. I think I ended up losing a bit of money on another item, but we're up to around 172 mil. Oh my god, I just lost a mil price checking this item. Oh god, I hope I can actually make that back. The margin for these Alcano shard is from 1 mil to 2 mil. Not ideal to lose that much money checking a margin, but well, we already did it, it's too late. Once again, just huge margins on these new Song of the Elves items. Even though they've been out for a week or two now, the margins still have not collapsed completely. So we're going to do the enhanced teleport crystal. We're also going to do the crystal grail once again. We're going to do 10 of the crystal grails for around 1 mil each. We're going to do the crystal armor seed again, even though we did lose a little bit of money on it last time. We're going to try buying it for around 17.75k. And once again, we're going to do 10 of them. So we're doing most of these Song of the Elves items once again. And we'll probably continue doing it until we lose a ton of money or the margins go away. Next up, we're going to do the occult ornament kit. Once again, a very consistent item. We're going to go ahead and do 8 of them. Generally, I get a 100k margin on it. It's around noon, so we're going to put in for double the buying limit because I think I'm going to be gone. We're also going to do another fairly new item, which is the Sarachna's Cudgel. The thing I like about this item is the limit is very large, and well, actually that's a pretty good margin of 74k. We'll go ahead and do a bunch. Let's do maybe like 20 of the cudgels. Oh my god, I think I just bought like 10 of them while I was just waiting here. Wow, okay, well there we go. That was a very quick item. I think someone must have just dumped a bit of it, but either way, let's go ahead and buy an ancestral hat. And I think that's going to be it for now. We're going to go ahead and wait maybe a couple hours. We'll go ahead and do a few things, and we'll check back in later and sell everything off, hopefully. We are just checking in quickly before bed, and actually these worked really well once again. We ended up getting a mil in profit on the Arachnus cudgels. On 4 of them, we got 75k each. On the rest, we got around 50k, totaling around 1 mil, which is pretty good. The teleport crystals, once again, we made a ton of money on as well. We did 6 of them for around a 250 or 275k profit, giving us 1.6 mil on those. And on the crystal grails, we got around 600k in profit, leaving us with around 3 mil in profit off of that flip, which is pretty good. We still have a ton of things in the offers. We didn't actually complete all of our flips, but we're going to put a few things in before bedtime. We have 8 of the Fremennik kilts. We have 10 of the Bandos Godsword ornament kits. Oh yeah, we actually did end up buying a Zalcana shard for 1 mil each, and we did sell it back for 2 mil, so we didn't actually make any money off of that, but we did at least break even. We're also trying the Saradomin's tier, which we're looking to get around a 300 or 400k profit on. We'll just put in for a gilded armor set, and yeah, it's bedtime. Alright, we are back, and it is the following day at around 3 p.m. and everything worked pretty nicely. We are still waiting to sell off the Fremennik kilts, but we're getting around a 100k profit on each of them, which means we'll get around 1.1 mil in profit when they're all sold. We also got a really nice margin on the Saradomin's tier, around 250k on each one, which means we're getting around 1 mil in profit on the Saradomin's tier, as well as I got a decent profit on the Gilded Boots and the Bandos Godsword, getting around 400k in profit on each of them. So after we pull out everything, we made around 3 mil in profit on a few different flips here, and we still have to sell off the Fremennik kilts, which will bring us up to around 180 mil or something like that. Alright, so we're having a quick look on GE Tracker for a few new items here. We're looking at the Gilded Chaps, a fairly new item. It doesn't trade a lot, but has a really nice margin right now. We're going to try buying them for around 30 mil each, and we're looking to get a 500 or 600k profit on it. Another staple item we've been doing quite a bit recently is the Ranger Tights. Has a nice 100k margin once again, and a decent buying limit of 8. Next up here, we're going to try the Arcane Prayer Scroll. Has a 100k margin again, a little more expensive, but we're going to do 5 of them for now. Next up here, we're going to do the Zalcano Shard once again, still consistently around 2 mil. I thought this item would have dropped in price by now. We're checking the margin on the Enhanced Teleport Crystal. It has a 70k margin, so it is definitely less, but that's still pretty good considering the price. And we'll go ahead and do 10 of them for now. I guess we're going to do the Crystal Armor Zed as well. We price checked it at around a 50k profit, which is not terrible, and we'll go ahead and do 10 of those as well. And the last item we're going to do is the Draconic Visage at about 5.7 mil, and we'll just invest the rest of our money here, and that looks pretty good. We got a full offer slot, mostly anyway, and let's see how that works. We just lost a significant amount of money on one of the new Song of the Elves items, unfortunately, and that is the Crystal Armor Seed. We lost around 200 or 250k on each one of them, which means we lost around 3 mil, I think, on that, which is a fairly significant amount. We're probably going to avoid those items for, well, the near future anyway. We still have a few of the Enhanced Teleport Crystals left over, which we are looking to break even on, but yeah, we pretty much just lost a bunch of money here. However, that is okay. It happens, and let's just try to get the money back. So it's almost midnight. We're just going to put a few items in before bedtime. We have the Eternal Crystal, which we're going to do. We're going to go for 5 of them at around 4.1 mil each. We're also going to try the Toxic Trident Extended for around 8.6 mil each, and we'll go ahead and do 6 of those as well. And with the last bit of our money, we're going to put in for some Vigor's Chain Maces, which are quite a bit cheaper now. We're going to put in for as many as we can afford with the rest of our money, which will be around 6 as well, and that is it. We're going to go to bed. So sadly, that was not the only money we were destined to lose. We actually lost quite a bit of money on the teleport crystals as well. We lost like 3.2 mil on 11 of them, which sucks. Unfortunately, we kind of went backwards the last couple of days. The only good news is we did make a little bit of money on some of the other items. We made around 600k on the chain maces, 300k on the visages, and 300k on the D'hide chaps, which means we only lost a net of 2 mil. Still not great, but we're just going to have to move away from those new items because they are crashing in price quite quickly now, so we're not going to do any more of those. So that brings us up to 177 mil. Not too bad, but I think we were probably up closer to 185 mil a few days ago, but it happens. We're just going to have to try our hardest to make up for those losses. We're going to try the Arim's armor set just buying them directly for around 5 mil each. We are also going to try flipping the Gilded Armor set for around 11.7 mil, and we're going to do 3 of them for now. We're also looking at doing the Torture Ornament kit. We're going to buy them for around 5.1 mil, and we're going to do 4 of them for now. Next up here, I think we're going to do a Guthan's Armor set combination. We haven't been doing them as much recently. The main restricting factor here is the amount of offer slots that we have to work with. The armor set combinations are really good. If they take up half of your offer slots, they can backfire a bit if you're not getting a significant profit from them. The good thing is they are fairly quick, so if you're there and paying attention, you can do it quickly and then move on to something else. That being said, we're going to put in the maximum buy limit for the Guthan's Armor set. We're going to do 15 of each, which will use a fairly significant amount of our money. And in the very last offer slot, we're going to put in some Snapdragon potions unfinished. It looks like they have a pretty decent margin, and we can just spend the rest of our money on those. And that is going to be it. Let's see what today will bring, flipping wise. Alright, we are back. It's around 7 p.m. right now, so this flip took quite a while, but it was fairly successful. We did do all of the Guthan's Armor sets. We didn't get as good a margin as I originally had hoped, but we got a 50k margin, which is still 750k in profit off of 15 of them. We actually got a really nice margin on the Cape of Skulls. Actually, we got a like 400k or 500k profit on it. We only got 1 of them. That's still pretty good. And then we got a decent return on the Gilded Armor sets at 372k and a few other things, bringing us up to around 1.8 mil in profit off of the set of flips, which isn't too bad. After collecting everything, we're up to, well, 179.7 mil, which means we're almost back up to 180. Now the only problem is that took quite a while, so we're gonna have to try to get another flip in today. So once again, we're gonna do a nice variety of high margin items. We're actually gonna do the Zalcano shard, as the margin is just so good and the price has crashed down to around 1.6 mil. I'm hoping to get a significant margin on it. It is a risk though, and maybe I shouldn't be doing that. But with the rest of our offer slots, we're going to do some more established high margin items. We're going to do Black D'hide Chaps, the Ring of Gods, we're going to do a couple of those. We're going to do 8 of the Brimstone Rings, which have been working quite nicely for us. We're going to try for another Cape of Skulls. Anguish Ornament Kits. We're going to try for the new Elven Signet. We haven't flipped this item at all yet, but the price is still very high and there is like a 1 mil margin on it right now we're going to try for. And we're going to do the Occult Ornament Kits again. We have a full offer slot here. We may not check this before bedtime, but this all looks pretty promising. Let's see how it actually pans out though. Alright, it is now August 3rd. We just have a ton of clips to go through. In a couple days we didn't really do too much on, so we decided to axe August 2nd. Not too important. But we have a full offer slot all sold off, and we have quite a few nice offers in here. The best one by far was the Ring of Nature. We bought them for around 9140k, and we ended up selling one for around 9600 and a few others for 9500, which means we got around 1.2 mil in profit on the Ring of Natures. Quite nice. We actually got 350k on the Sarachnus Cudgels, and the rest of the items we got decent margins on, but overall we ended up netting around 2.4 or 2.5 mil in profit, which is quite nice. Once we go ahead and pull everything out, that brings us up to 181.4 mil. We're finally on the upward trend now once again. Now one thing I didn't mention earlier is I'm going to be gone once again for around 8 days. We will have access to Wi-Fi, so I'm going to try my hardest to check in quickly. Although there may not be in-depth clips or anything like that because it will be from my phone. We're going to be leaving tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes. First up here, we're going to do the Ring of Nature again. Just been working so nicely for us. And surprisingly, the Ring of Third Age has been working very nicely for us as well. We've been consistently getting like 300 or 400k margins on it. And it trades fairly frequently, maybe like a couple bought every hour or two. We're going to go ahead and do 2 for now. Next up here, we're going to do the Toadflax Potion. We're going to do a full bind limit of 10,000. Actually has a 70 GP margin, which is really good, and sometimes that can come through fairly quickly. Now next up here, we're going to do the Ancient Effigy. For whatever reason, the price has gone down to around 7.7 mil, which is really good considering that the price is almost locked at 8 mil, as you can trade it in for 8 mil at the Emblem Trader. So if I can get any of these for 77.50, I'll almost definitely be able to sell them for at least 79.50, so it's a totally safe flip. I'm not sure how this price could have tanked, but if it did, we're going to take advantage of it. And last up here, we'll put in for a few ornament kits. We're going to do 8 of the Fury ornament kits and 4 of the occults, and that will be it for today. We'll check back in a bit later. Now, this will be the last use of my computer for a week and a half, and I just wanted to show you one flip here, and that is the Toadflax Unfinished Potions. We actually got 1.2 mil in profit which is crazy. We ended up selling 6,000 of them for around a 200 GP profit. So good. I don't even know how that happened. We didn't get on the entire buying limit, but still very good. Now, one thing we just want to make sure we do is before we leave, we want to make sure all of our offer slots are filled, buying or selling something. So we're going to put in for a few items here. We're going to start off with the torture ornament kit. We did actually end up buying, I think, 4 of the ancient effigies, which is really good. Like, we'll definitely be able to sell them for 7,900 or maybe even closer to 8 mil. So it's very lucky that we were able to buy some of that price. We have some rings of nature that we're looking to flip as well, but we still have to wait a little longer on that one. We're going to try to buy a Dragonfire Ward for around 28.6 mil, hoping to get one of those overnight. And the last pair we're going to put in for some Team Cape Eyes. We're going to use the rest of our money here. We're going to go for 12 of them, and that's going to be it. We're going to leave on my road trip now. So we'll be checking in occasionally, but not as frequently as normal. Alright, we're just checking in here. The date is August 5th, so it's just a couple days later. I think we have actually sold off everything so we can see how much money we have right now. Again, we've just been flipping a lot of the similar items. We did some Anku tops, Rings of Nature. We haven't really been doing any new items, just a lot of the same. After selling off the Team Cape Eye, that brings us up to 186 mil. Not bad, we still have around 14 mil to go until our next milestone. I'm not entirely sure what happened here, but we actually got a massive margin on the Ring of Third Age. We came back at like 10 p.m. one night and put them in the sell, and they instantly sold for almost a 2 mil margin on each one. There was a big price swing in the item, and we just got really lucky on that. No skill involved there. But on the Ring of Third Age flip, we actually got 5.4 mil, which has to be one of the highest amounts we've made on a single item, and totally random. Did not mean to do this at all. Sometimes really lucky things like that happen and you just make a ton of money. Sometimes you lose a lot of money too, but it all evens out in the end, I think. So after claiming everything, that brings us up to around 183 mil, plus around 10 mil in items in the inventory means we're at around 193 mil, which is excellent. Alright, we are finally back. We had a great time on my road trip, but my phone died going into the music festival. I was actually planning on checking it, but it was a fool's goal anyway. That was never going to happen. So I didn't actually check my offers at all over the last couple of days, which is fine. So anyway, let's go ahead and run through what we did do yesterday, which is quite a lot. We ended up getting an 816k profit on some Monk's Robes G, quite nice. And we also got a 450k margin on the Gilded Pickaxes. We did 4 of them, which means we got around 1.6 mil in profit. Just so good. And we also did Spiked Manacles for around 450k, the Mystic Smokestaff for 620k, and the Gilded Scimitars for 360k, bringing us a profit of 3.5 mil. Not bad at all, which brings us up to 197 mil. We are so close to 200 mil, which is going to be an amazing milestone to hit. We're going to be hitting the 3-month mark in 3 days now, more or less anyway. We're going to try the Third Age Full Helm for around 16.3 mil. And we'll go ahead and do 2 of them for now. We're also looking to do the Malediction Ward. It only has around a 70k margin, but we're kind of struggling to find anything decent right now. So we're going to go ahead and do 7 of those. We're actually going to do a Kirill's Armor Set combination right now. We can afford 15 of them, and the margin is so good. It's actually 250k right now, which theoretically, if we did all 15 of them, we'd get like 3 or 4 mil in profit. We'll have to see if we actually do hit that, but we're going to go ahead and buy 15 of the Kirill's Coif, 15 of the Crossbow, 15 of the top, and 15 of the bottom. And with the last couple of offer slots here, we're going to put in for some Dragon Darts at around 2670. And the last item we're going to put in for is the Uncharged Toxic Trident, and we're going to use the rest of our money there, and that looks lovely. All of our money is spent. Let's see how these turn out. There we go, everything has sold off. I think this could be it. We may be above 200 mil right now. The Kirill's Armor Set flip worked quite nicely. I think we got around 2 mil in profit off of it, which is excellent. We lost a bit of money on a few of our offers, but I think overall we still got around 2 mil in profit off of this set of flips. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and claim all the offers here and see how much money we have. And oh my god, that's cheeky. 199.8 mil. God damn it, we're so close. Okay, well, we're going to keep going anyway. We still have a little bit longer for this episode. Ooh, look at this, guys. GE Tracker has a new night theme. It's called the Obsidian theme. I really like it. It makes me feel cool and like I'm a stockbroker or something. GE Tracker is a sponsor of mine, so if you are looking to help out the channel in any way, subscribing to them always helps me out, and I use it pretty much every day, so I can't thank them enough. We put in for the Torture Ornament Kit. the Cape of Skulls, the Third Age Full Helm, as well as the Granite Boots. That should be more than enough to get us a few 100k, I would imagine. But in the very last offer slot here, we're going to put in for the Anguish Ornament Kit. And that is going to be it for today. And tomorrow we should have hit our milestone, unless something goes terribly wrong. Unfortunately, these flips didn't work very well. That being said, I think I still will probably hit 200 mil, but considering the amount of money I invested here, it's not that impressive. So with this day 88, we've been doing this for around 3 months now, and we just hit 200 mil, 200.2 mil exactly. And I'm pretty happy with how this progress is going so far. Considering I was gone for almost 3 weeks this month, or over the last couple of months, I probably could be another 50 mil higher if I had been here for every single day. But that's just not realistic. So now what I want to do is, with this 200 mil, I want to try flipping for 1 hour, like high volume items or high margin items, just to compare it to where I was last time, which I think I got around a mil or 700k in profit the previous time I tried this. Now the reason I am doing this is just to kind of get a temperature check on the theoretical amount of money I could get per hour just from flipping high volume resource items or high margin PVM items. Because if it gets to a point where I can get like 2 or 3 mil an hour, that's quite good, and I should be spending more time doing that. The main reason I don't do it is because it's kind of hard to film everything, so I'm just doing it in short bursts just to show you how much money you could realistically get just by flipping the most common, well-known items. So anyway, let's do this for 1 hour. We'll come back and we'll see how much money we end up making. Okay, I know the timer isn't correct, but we did only do this for 1 hour. I just forgot to come and record this after. So we were just doing high margin items like Archer's Rings, Dragonfire Shields, and as well as some high volume items as well, but mainly the PVM items. And it looks like we made at least 1 mil, actually 1.4 mil in 1 hour of game time, and I think we still could do better than that. We actually had another 1.3 mil in the bank just from earlier. 1.4 mil an hour isn't terrible. I think I could get up to 2 mil with a little bit more practice. So we're up to 202 mil right now, and I think that's where we're going to end today's episode. We started the episode at around 165 mil or something like that, which means we got around 35 or 37 mil in profit, which is quite good. I mean, it was over the course of 2 weeks, but I wasn't actually playing for most of that time. So over the next month, we're not going to be leaving. I'm really going to dig down and see how much money I can make during the end of August and the beginning of September. I'm hoping to at least get 100 mil over the next month, but ideally more. Anyway guys, that is it for today's episode. I really hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave the episode a like. I always appreciate it. Thanks for watching again guys, and I will see you next time.